Welcome to the Tacoma Elder Care Channel, brought to you by Bob Michaels, Elder Law Attorney with Smith Alling, PS. Today's guest is Miss Lisa Doyle, registered nurse, geriatric care manager, and owner of K-Care.
Hello and welcome to the Tacoma Elder Care Channel. My name is Bob Michaels. I'm your host of the channel. I'm also an elder law attorney with Smith Alling here located in Tacoma, Washington. For this segment, we have Lisa Doyle from K-Care back with us. And we're going to talk about a subject that we all, elder law lawyers as myself, as well as caregivers such as Lisa, confront all the time. And that is a situation where we find out that mom or a loved one is going to need, say, 24/7 in-home care. People begin to ask, well, it's impractical to have family members do that because people have lives and they just don't have the energy or the time and resources to do that. So now we're looking outside of the family to do that. So I'm going to introduce Lisa and have her tell about her company and herself, and then we're going to discuss the practicalities and some of the legalities of having a 24/7 caregiver come into your home. Lisa?
Thank you. Hi, I'm Lisa Doyle. I'm the nurse and certified care manager and founder of K-Care Elder Care and Senior Living Advisors. You can get to us online at caycare.com, that's kcare.com, or our phone number is 253-777-3804. And when it comes to caregiving, 24-hour caregiving is a great option for those who can afford it and get used to the idea of having a caregiver in their home. A couple of things I would say is often people are shocked at the price. I cannot tell you how many times I'm told that that must be the most affordable option, and also that insurance must cover it. So let's just get rid of the myths right now. Insurance, other than long-term care insurance, medical insurance does not cover in-home caregiving.
Including Medicare.
Including Medicare. And just to tell you, even Medicaid or the state assistance does not pay for 24-hour in-home care. So it's off the table if they need it around the clock. And they don't, even family members can't provide it. Additionally, there are items that have to be considered. The caregiver must have a private area where they can sleep. So you have to have space in your home for that private caregiver to be there. The labor laws recently changed here in the state of Washington, and so the caregiver must also have a certain amount of time that they work and then have time off. So you are not going to get one caregiver, nor should you really. They should have their own adequate time off. Now, a lot of the way that they're doing it is they're working 2 24-hour shifts, and then another caregiver comes on. With this new change, you're looking at about 3 or 4 caregivers that will be on a rotation that you'll need to get to know. That's a surprise to a lot of people, but there are some really good reasons for it. And also it provides the support and resource should one of them be sick or whatnot. So I really recommend that. I also recommend you use a licensed and bonded agency, which is another reason why our in-home care coordination services, which are free to you, are a really good place to start. We're going to find the right caregiver in the right place with the right needs that you have and requests, and you're not going to have to deal with any one agency. Another change with the law is we're often working with more than one in-home care agency right now, and so because they can't provide enough staffing, and so you can use us and we can make sure that everything's in place. Those are probably the most frequently asked questions about 24-hour care. With the law that's changed, the other question I often get is how much it costs, and the cost has risen this year. I don't think the dust is completely settled, so we'll have to retape this later, but right now you're looking at if they can sleep for 7 hours. Now they can help your loved one go to the bathroom, but they need to have 7 hours of uninterrupted sleep. If they don't get that, you are paying around-the-clock care. So my numbers, you would need to double. You are looking at about $300 to $350 every 24-hour shift if they can get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. If they cannot, you're looking at $600 to $700 a day for care. and that's often a shock. The only workaround to this is to privately hire a caregiver, and I don't recommend it for multiple reasons. So, which one of the biggest being that there's none of that screening, there's no backup plan, there's no oversight or supervision, and you don't know about theft and other things. You risk that with any caregiver, but with the other companies, you have license and bonding to make sure that you're at least compensated, where you might have other issues if you don't do that. So that's a little bit about 24-hour care and answer some of the most common questions about it.
Thank you. I'll follow up with one, and that is, if I were hearing that at $300 to $600 a day, my first inclination would say, well, why don't we find a facility?
Right.
But quite often, if they need 24/7 care, and maybe you can address this briefly, if they went into a facility, you're almost at the stage of full-blown skilled nursing, which is at that price or much more. So
It can be, yeah. I will say we also offer free placement navigation services, and we will compare both for you and see what's the best and let you decide. So we can give you the cost for each, and you can ultimately decide, do you want to go with placement? There are some more affordable placement options, not skilled nursing. So assisted living in adult family homes, you're looking at a much more reasonable daily rate. And for by the month, you're probably looking at a $4,000 to $6,500 a month, as opposed to the numbers I just gave you. If you're doing the math, it's quite a bit less expensive. If you go all the way up to needing skilled nursing, you're not going to get that one-on-one care that you're getting in the home, so then you're definitely in a better place. But you can always call us, and we will provide a free intake over the phone to figure out what your options are and help point you in the right direction.
And what's your phone number again?
It's 253-777-3804, and I look forward to hearing from you.
And I hope you can catch your breath after all of that. But do tune in again. More interesting topics. And again, get a hold of Lisa with any questions about 24/7. It's complicated.
Thank you.
Thank you.